I guess it's that time of year again. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jen Stoops and Smash Facts. Well, you may have seen the thumbnail and may be wondering, why are these characters here? And if you want to know more, you can watch a more in-depth video by the YouTube channel Sonic Toast. I'm just going to browse it over quickly here, though. A leaker who's now gained some traction for telling the exact date and time of when Nintendo would announce the online service and what it would be about, has now stated that they know some things about Nintendo's E3 schedule, particularly about Smash Brothers. He says there will be 2 trailers, the first one revealing Waluigi and Captain Toad as new Mario representatives. If this is true, I'm just going to say, I called that. I called Toad, and I said maybe for Waluigi, but I was definitely calling Toad there. As for the second trailer, he says they will be revealing 2 new Activision representatives as third-party characters. Crash Bandicoot, which could be expected thanks to the Insane trilogy coming to the Switch soon. And here's a big hitter, Spyro. You may have seen his Reignited trilogy, which may be coming to the Switch. There was a Nintendo UK listing for it and stuff, so similar to the Insane trilogy, they'll be remaking the first 3 Spyro games, the Reignited trilogy. So it would make sense for both of these characters to come to the Switch. I imagine Crash being able to do a spin and maybe throwing Wumpa Fruit. As for Spyro, I believe they'd probably just take stuff from the first 3 games, but they could do stuff from the second series and the Skylanders games. As for final smashes for these 2, that'll be left to you guys in the comments. What do you think final smashes should be for Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, assuming this leak is true? He also says that in the Nintendo Treehouse Live, they'll also be revealing Ice Climbers and some footage for Smash Brothers. This is also to be expected. Ice Climbers was a fan-favorite character in Melee and Brawl, so they had to remove for technical limitations in Smash Brothers 3DS. So anyway, I just wanted to touch on that leak quickly. I'm hoping it's true. Really cool stuff in there. But anyway, let's get on to new stages for the game, because this is something I've been anticipating almost as much as the characters. So let's see what franchises will probably get a new stage. Mario and Zelda definitely will, and maybe Yoshi, but there hasn't really been a big Yoshi game. I'm sure Kirby will get a Star Allies stage. Probably nothing new for F-Zero, and nothing for Metroid unless they will reveal something about Metroid Prime 4 at this E3. Knowing Nintendo, they'll probably introduce a new Pokemon stage for Sun and Moon. And I expect nothing new for Pikmin. Nor Earthbound, of course. Anyway, let's get on to what some of those stages could be, starting with Mario. So, for Mario, they'll probably do something for Mario Odyssey. And I think there's 3 big bets here. The Cap Kingdom, the Sand Kingdom, and the Cascade Kingdom. Imagine the Cap Kingdom as a stage. The, not really planes, the hover ship things would be flying around in the background. Maybe you could even see the flying taxi you used to get a moon. But you would be going around on that empty black plane, so it wouldn't be the same as Battlefield with the platforms. Maybe you could even battle on Top Hat Tower, and maybe they could have one of the Broodals come in and be a stage hazard. Also, the part you could fall off of could be the fog that's prominent in the Cap Kingdom. And of course, you would have the Cap Kingdom's residents watching the battle. How many times did I just say Cap? I think this has a chance because it's the first place you're introduced to, and it wouldn't be a very big spoiler for people who haven't played the game yet, somehow. The Cascade Kingdom is also a cool stage they could put in. They could introduce luscious green platforms they would have to jump between, and maybe the T-Rex is in the background as a boss or stage hazard. They could also throw in the big Mother Broodal, I can't remember her name, and her Chain Chomp, or maybe just regular Chain Chomps, because they're pretty prominent in that stage. Between the 3 I'm mentioning, though, there's nothing too special about the Cascade Kingdom here. So let's move on to Toaster Arena and the Sand Kingdom. And I think this has a very high chance of getting into the game. There's never really been too much of a sandy level in Smash Brothers, but I don't think you'd be fighting in the sand. I think you'd be fighting on top of the giant pyramid, upside-down pyramid that appears in Toaster Arena, one of the coolest sights you can see in the game. Maybe you can see Toaster Arena Town in the background, and its Mexican-inspired residents and culture there. That would be cool to see in the background. Also, obviously, be able to see various enemies and maybe even the sheep from under the pyramid. That would be kind of cool to see. I also see them implementing the Broodals into this stage too, similar to the Cat Kingdom. You could have to fight one of them as a boss or a mini boss, or not mini boss, stage hazard, and they'd just be something cool to fight. Well, to get in the way of your foes. Maybe even if they keep going with the coin battle mode, they could be replaced with moons. That would be kind of funny. So yeah, those are some cool stage ideas for Mario Odyssey. I'd also see them putting something in there for Mario and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and maybe something from Mario and Rabbids, but I don't see that happening. So this is the easiest thing to go to. Let's head to Pokemon next. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, there's many locations to choose from, and I think one option is the Weller Volcano Park. If you haven't played the game, the Weller Volcano Park is located on the second island, Akara Island. Maybe you could see Kiawe, or however you pronounce it, fire dancing with his Marowak in the background. Another important stage I could see you having to fight in is, of course, the Elite Four. There's 4 major rooms in the Elite Four, excluding the Champions Room, but I think you would go to the Champions Room. There's an epic staircase leading up to the Champion's Throne, where you have to fight Professor Kukui. Overall, it's an epic stage, and maybe it could be like the Lumos Tower stage, where you go in between each location, and you could go to, like, whoever's room first, and then you go to another one, and then a Champion's Room. That would be pretty cool to see. As for Zelda, I think they'd probably do something for Breath of the Wild, considering it's looking like they're putting Breath of the Wild Link in the game, and not your usual Link. Though I assume there'll still be Toon Link. They'll probably include something from the Great Plateau. Once again, not to have too many spoilers for the game, because it's not really a new game, came out last year, but still it's a Switch game. It's not like Sun Moon, where it came out a couple of years ago. And in case anyone hasn't played it, they might just want to include something from the Great Plateau, just something from the beginning of the game, something like that. But maybe if they did want to include something from the game, they could include Hyrule Castle with Calamity Ganon in the background. And finally, as for Kirby Star Allies' locations were pretty bland overall. They were just like other Kirby They were just very similar to other Kirby locations. So we'll leave it to Nintendo to decide for that one. So thanks to Star Allies, I really want to see Bandana Waddle Dee more than ever now. As well as we'll get Kine and Koo as one character like they are in Star Allies. So anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this episode of Smash Facts. I'll be making one very soon, a pre-E3 episode, where I'm pretty much going to discuss anything I could think that could happen in E3 if this leak proves to be false. So that's about it, and my question for anyone in the comments is, what do you think Crash Bandicoot and Spyro's final smashes could be if this leak turns out to be true? So I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next installment of Smash Facts.